Hi, my name is Ryan. My wife and I just celebrated our 20th anniversary last month, and we were unable to do anything very special for it. I had been watching some YouTube videos on flipping furniture and thought I would give that a try, see if I can make some extra money on the side to maybe take us on a nice vacation, a trip for our anniversary. So this video is about that and seeing if I can actually do it and seeing how much money I can make from it. And we'll see. I want to keep a running tally on how much I'm making, and I do have a goal in mind. So I'll probably in the next video set up a chart so we can actually track how much money I'm making at each time. So come with me, see if I can do this and see if it'll work, and see what happens. We'll see if there's any real profit to be made from this.
So I picked up this dresser at a yard sale. They were asking 20. I offered them 10, and she immediately took it. So that was already a win for me. Here I'm just going to pull out the drawers. I'm checking to make sure that there's no real damage to any of the the slides or any of the interior parts. I checked it before I bought it, and I didn't see really anything that I couldn't fix. So it looked pretty nice. Found a couple of socks. They are not matching, so I will not be able to use them. I'm going to go ahead and use some simple green to clean it all up. Get all the grime and the grease and all the, years of non-cleaning that it went through. Also, you can see on the side there where the laminate had come off. The other side is like that also, and the front is very loose, and you'll see eventually I'm just going to take that whole piece off. I'll sand them down and then add wood filler and then sand that down and then paint it, and it will be fine. So I'm going to wipe the whole thing down inside and out. I'll vacuum it once I'm done wiping it down, getting in all the cracks and crevices. Need to make sure it's super clean and grease free for when you want to paint it, so that your paint actually can adhere to it. There's a little decorative groove down there that I had to get the rag and just run it through there as best I could to get all the stuff out of there. Also, I'm not very good with identifying what style of furniture is what. I don't know if this is a modern, mid-century modern. I don't know any of that. So if any of you guys know what this is or what it classified as, will you leave a comment in the below and just let me know what it is so I can learn. I'll figure it out. Thank you. I should have removed the hardware before I cleaned those tops, but I'll do it next time. The hardware on this was really nice. I think it was just steel, but it was nice, heavy hardware, and I didn't want to replace it. I was just going to reuse it. So I'm going to take it off now, and then I'll clean them up before I reinstall them. the old shop vac to it. There was a bunch of spider webs and I think it was pine needles on the bottom. So I made sure I got all that up. Also, those little plastic pieces that go in the feet. I took those off. It was missing one, and I didn't have an extra one. It was really shaky and rocky, so I just took them all off. There you go. Thought it would be easier just to pull it off since it was so. It also had some water damage behind it, so I thought it'd be easier just to take it off. So you see that little nick at the top. I have to fill that with some wood filler before I could sand that piece down. So I'm gonna. I think it was plastic wood, and you just literally stick it on the either the nick or the gouge or the hole. And I overfilled it so that I could sand it back to the exact right shape of the drawer. And it doesn't take too long to dry, but I'm gonna let that sit for a while. And then I'm going to take everything outside and give it a sanding. I'm using 150 grit sandpaper on this. The top I actually went a little bit harder on. It had, like I said, it had some water damage, and so it was a little uneven in the corner. So I wanted to sand that back so that it was all flush and level. And yeah, I'm sanding those sides down because I want to make sure that they're flat, so that when I add the wood putty to them, I can make sure I get in all the cracks and crevices and then resand that. The rest of it I just gave a light sanding just to scuff it up so that the paint had something to attach to. Wipe it all down again. You don't want any dust left on it before you paint, so I'm going to wipe it down, and then I actually took a wet cloth and wiped it all down again and let it dry before I added paint. So now I'm painting. I'm using the some enamel, and I went to Home Depot, and they actually have if somebody buys a quart or whatever of paint, and then all of a sudden it's not the right color, or it was mixed wrong or something, then they will clearance that. And so I was in the clearance part looking for something that I would like to use, and I found this enamel that was a regular price at $43, and then I got it for $9. So it was a primer, paint, top coat all in one, and it was like $9. Then signed me up, so I bought that. I'm going to put 2 coats on it. I'm using a brush, obviously, but after I finished, I didn't really like all the brush strokes. So after on the second coat, I use a really fine, not fine, but it's a really dense, small roller, foam roller, and I feel like that did the job a lot better. I didn't like it. The brush strokes that were left in it's probably my cheap paintbrush. I'm sure if I had a more expensive paintbrush, it would have been better. So between coats, I give it a light sanding with 220 grit. And this is where I really started noticing the brush strokes in the paint. So I really made the decision to switch to a roller at this point. It also went a little quicker with the roller. I think eventually I'll invest in a paint sprayer. I think that would probably give me the best result, but that will probably be later on down the road. Now that drawer is ready to go, I sanded the wood putty down, and now I'm just painting it with a black enamel. It also had 2 coats. Now everything's dry. I'm going to reattach the hardware. best part, putting it all back together, seeing how it looks for the first time. And there it is. I'll put up a picture of what it was before. And look at that. So is that not actually in too bad shape? It looks pretty nice. I'm sure when it was brand new it was really nice, but I think that this looks much better. I think it looks really good. I was super happy with the way it turned out. Nice and clean. Then I'm going to set it up to take some pictures for Facebook Marketplace. So I'm staging it with some books, and then I'm going to put a couple plants on top of it. And then here are some of the actual pictures I put up on Facebook Marketplace.
So I think it went pretty well. I feel like I learned a lot. I feel like it worked like it was like all the videos I've seen. It worked just like that. I did all the things I was taught from the videos and sanded it, painted it, everything. And I think it turned out pretty good. By the numbers, I spent $10 on the actual dresser. And if I just added the amount of money I made or used from the paint, it's probably $2 or so. And then I sold it within 24 hours on Facebook Marketplace for $60. I probably could have made more because it went pretty quickly. But I thought a $50 profit was pretty good. And we'll see. As I go on, I'll probably add more money depending on the dresser, see if I can't make more money from it. But a $50 profit I thought was pretty good. So we're going to add $50 to the total of our running tally. So I want to eventually, what I'd love to do is get to 5,000. And so our first step has been taken, and we got $50. So thank you for watching. I'm already started on the next project, which is a 6-drawer dresser. So once that's finished and sold, there'll be another video for that. All right. Thank you.